everybody, good morning. So it's just a little bit after 8 a.m. and here soon just about all my downward beans are going to be watered. Now my hose doesn't quite reach all the way, which I guess my tiller's down there anyways, but getting that going. We have a small chance of rain later. I'm not sure if it's going to fake me out or not, and I had committed myself to watering these today. For sure one way or another, so I'm not going to give them like a huge watering just in case it does rain, but I do want to get them to get some water. I got a lot of weeding to do. My rows are starting to establish themselves to be more visible, so I'm going to feel safer about going through and weeding these here soon. I'm going to have to start spending 45 minutes every day just weeding. But I did have some large orange bell peppers that I planted from seed from a grocery store bell pepper, and unfortunately I do have a few of these doubled up. I haven't committed yet to, because I'm going to end up pinching off the tops here in a little bit. I may just water them, and then I do have a couple singles, and I'm kind of curious if I give them good spacing, if these doubled up ones will actually produce better than that single. And then I got some small yellow bell peppers that were also from the grocery store in the ground. And then I'm pretty excited because I just put in my my first giant colewort as like a personal landscape plant, I guess you could say. Like not just a personal plant, but like a display plant that people will be able to see as they drive by. So I feel pretty excited about that. Now this roll of fencing that I had left in the garage, I have some ash trees that are dying off that are way in the back, and we have that emerald ash borer here. So unfortunately they will just keep dying and keep resprouting, and it's a little bit of a pain, but what I'm going to do eventually is cut off the tops. But in the meantime, I'm going to find a way to attach some of that fencing later so that I can trellis my grape along it. But now these do have a tendency to kind of flop over in the pot, and you have to be really careful because the part of the like woody stem that grows above ground can break off really easy. So like some plants, you'd be to think that it could naturally flop, but that part of the stem is too woody and cannot flop. So I had one previously that I wasn't careful enough with when I potted them up that snapped off, and it was even smaller. But this thing should be able to get multiple feet tall and kind of peek through behind this. This evergreen here is a dwarf, and so it's going to grow super slow, and it's only ever going to get, well, let's see. Mm-hmm. 6 to 8 feet tall. So I put this in a few years ago. Now, before I lose this tag eventually, I'm going to have to put another, like, more permanent staked plant ID on it, because eventually I may decide that I want to trim up the bottom just a little bit and use those as cuttings. So we'll see how that goes, but lots of work left to do everywhere. My project today, and I did also, my first thing is I watered the ditch because I found some, my box of old seeds that had some bulk clover seeds in it. And so I put some red clover, which is not a perennial, but they're super beautiful. And I got a woodpecker going over there. But put some red clover, some other unidentified clover that I had been too irresponsible to write the name of it on there. But I'm pretty sure it was clover. We'll find out. And then also some bulk rutabaga seeds that I had used to help bring up the fertility in that back hill. So because this has become so hard packed, and I do eventually in the spring probably want to try to establish some baby blueberry bushes in here if my cuttings work out this fall. I do want it to be kind of a little bit nicer in through here. So I put the rutabaga, and those will basically help drill into the soil a little bit and help break it up. And you can eat them. I don't think I want to be eating ditch rutabaga though, so they'll probably go on the compost or something. But in my back hill, I could go and I could pull some of them out and eat them. But anyways, this is just kind of how my morning's going so far, and this is my big project. It's right here. This is my big project. I gotta actually get through here, because since I've got the weed cloth, if I want to keep that, I don't know, maybe I'll just tear it all out. But I have a whole bunch of perennials, those flowers that I want to populate this whole area with. I'm trying to get as many of my potted plants in the ground as possible right now, even though it is going to entail a bit of watering. I have got to keep this area well watered already anyways. So, anyways, that's what I've got going on. Take it easy, y'all.